seat. Do you have a easy time finding the suites up here?
Yeah, I sure did. The building is pretty noticeable and it was well laid out.
Parking was alright.
Actually, I took the bus, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was right off the bus stop, so that wasn't an
yes,
issue.
Yes, it is. Public transportation is pretty nice around here, I think. Downtown.
Yeah, I mean, they got plenty of lines running everywhere, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright. Well, cool. So basically, we've narrowed down the candidates. Obviously, you're one of them. We want to go through about 10 minutes of questioning, just to get a broad sense of the kind of personality you have, how it fits in, or how it would fit in with the company.
All right, cool.
All right. So let's begin. All right. Public Allies is a pretty dynamic organization. What are some things you know about us?
Well, I know you have roots in the community, which is great, and it's a nonprofit, so those two aspects are pretty grand.
Mm-hmm.
And I also enjoy that you're directed towards youth leadership, that's great. That's awesome.
Do you have any experience in youth leadership?
Well, through a class I had service learning, and I was at the Peace Learning Center in Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was a one-day thing, but it was 30 kids and.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it was a couple hours, so it was a good experience. And I have a niece and a nephew who I see frequently, about 2 or 3 times a week. So I mean, and then the neighbor kids come over. So I mean, I got a lot of
little party.
I guess so, yeah. But with kids all around the neighborhood too. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of experience with kids.
Awesome, that's wonderful. How are you able to relate your skills, the communication skills that you listed some of your relevant courses on your resume? How do you think those prepared you for this position?
Well, with a lot of courses in communication, there's a lot of group exercises or group research projects or presentations.
Sure.
You work either you and one other person, 3 or 4 people. So I mean, that gave me a lot of experience of working with other people.
What about the creative aspect of those projects? How do you think those would help you in marketing, the marketing part of marketing and communications associate?
Well, I mean, on several projects, it allowed me to, make a brochure for something or go Microsoft Paint and make a little advertisement for a class. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'm pretty proficient with computers and just kind of, I like having fun and doing those kinds of things on the computer. Not pooping around, but actually making some cool things.
Cool, sure. Tell me about a time when one of those projects, you mentioned you've done some group projects and whatnot. Tell me about a time when one of those failed.
Well, a few semesters ago, I was enrolled in a intercultural communication course, and that required a group project of 4 people, and the teacher gave us a lot of time. She gave us like 4 weeks to complete the assignment, and from the get-go, I really wanted to get the ball rolling and just get a good start on it. And I mean, I emailed my group like 3 times, once every other day when we first knew about it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get any word back, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll amp it up a little bit. So the next week I sent a few more emails, and I didn't get a response. So we didn't really get it going till the 3rd week. So we had, 2 weeks, but I would rather like to get it going right away. But
yeah,
I still got it done, got a good grade. So So I guess that didn't go as I would have planned it, but
What would you have done differently?
probably talk to my group members on a face-to-face or a one-on-one level rather than sending an email, because sometimes people get intimidated, I guess, with, just not really knowing who the person is, just sending an email to them. So probably just going up to them and talking about it.
Describe some characteristics of a person you would not like to work with.
Characteristics of people I would not want to work with. Well, I mean, I get along with everybody no matter what. But I mean, if I really had to pick out some things, I wouldn't really want to work with someone that has a bad attitude or kind of just mopes around and has their head down in the dirt and, I don't know, not a team player.
Okay. How would you, motivate? One of our core values is focusing on assets.
Okay.
It's I think, integral part of working collaboratively. How would you, if you saw someone whose head was, down and, they looked like they were moping around, how would you, try to encourage them?
I tell them it's a new day and gotta be happy. Life's gotta go on. Gotta move forward. Can't just keep living in the past. Gotta move on and be strong. And the best is to come, I guess.
All right. Well, I liked your responses. I enjoyed talking with you. I'll take some of these responses and take them to some other coworkers and discuss how to move further.
Okay.
But we'll be calling people throughout the week, not emailing. We'll be calling people.
Okay. All right.
To tell them whether they've gotten the position or not. But do you have any questions before we can go?
If I can think of them.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you get a call later.
Later in the week.
Later in the week.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you for your time, Miss Ledesma.
Nice to meet you. Okay.
Hi, you must be Angela Desma.
You must be Jonathan Lohman.
Yes, I am. Director of Marketing and Communication here.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Yeah. Well, the day was great, huh?
Yeah, sunny.
Too bad we have to be in here, huh? No, that's all right. I just like to break the tension a little bit, But you'll be able to get back out there in the big wide world. It won't only be a few minutes of your time, probably somewhere around 10 minutes based on your responses.
Okay.
I guess we'll just get started on the interview. I'm going to ask you some questions about your prior work history, maybe some questions about your education and how they relate to this position.
Okay.
Well, first off, how will this job use your creative skills?
Well, I believe that the marketing and communications director develops campaigns with other people to collaborate with. You have a lot of ideas coming at you from a lot of different departments, and I believe that I would be able to use my arts education background, short background, and line coach experience. As silly as that may seem now, for this position.
Okay, cool. Learning things about you in the first question already. I didn't know. Okay. Well, Could you tell me a time when you dealt with adversity and what were the circumstances and how you handled the adversity?
Sure. Some challenges that I faced. Well, in New Orleans, we had I had to work with at least 3 other students who are all from different majors. There was a anthropology and a architecture major, and I was a social work at that time. We had to go into a mental health facility, which I was volunteering at for the internship, um, and interview um, people, potential people, because it was such strict confidentiality. Um, but we had to prepare questions that they would be able to answer, and other people would be able to understand. So that was very challenging. With deadlines, I mean, we only had a couple hours to fulfill, those duties.
Right. Okay. Well, could you explain a job position that you held where you were under intense pressure to get something done? Explain the job, your role, and how you handled the situations that you were in.
Yes, well, that was a perfect example right there. New Orleans, but I didn't put this on my resume, but since 2008 until August of this year, 2011, I worked as a line cook in a lot of different Milwaukee downtown restaurants.
Oh,
yeah.
Big city living.
Yeah, working Friday, Saturday nights, those crowds, so there's very large crowds. I had to take orders from not only the head chef, but other line cooks. Line cooks meaning we're on a line and we all work together to create a dish.
Oh, perfect.
I also had to work with waitresses and communicating if something was wrong with the dish, what we could do to fix it. If someone had allergies, that was a huge issue. People came in all the time with, I have nut allergies and gluten allergies, and we had to come up with ways to help them.
Okay, cool. My wife is actually a waitress, so
okay.
She works downtown too, so.
Oh, okay. That's hard work.
Yeah, well, I don't want to stray too much because I know it's beautiful out there. So. Well,
it's okay.
What are some of the creative challenges you've encountered and how you reacted to the challenges you faced?
Let's see. I worked at Peace Action Wisconsin for a little while for a service learning volunteer kind of activity.
Okay.
I had no prior experience in making cold calls to people. Remember renewal calls, they called it? So I didn't know how to start a conversation with people to ask them, for member renewal, so money, basically. Okay. So I had to come up with a friendly, inviting way to kind of get the point of the mission across, along with, asking.
Okay, cool. We'll definitely use those skills here at this position. Okay. I'm going to put you in a little situation here, a hypothetical situation that you might encounter with, the position.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you're in a meeting and you get a call that, a sponsor has to pull out of a scheduled meeting because of schedule conflicts.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you do? You need their networks to proceed with your campaigns, but you're also in a meeting. So what do you do in that position?
I think it depends on how long I would know the meeting would last, but if need be, I would politely excuse myself from the meeting. Otherwise, I would stick the meeting out. Then when I get out, immediately call the sponsor, whoever I could directly contact. Try to figure out a way, if there's scheduling conflicts, I'm sure there might be a way that we could get around those, make different plans, strategize plans on how we can get this done through their network. in the time that we need, but also a time that fits with their schedule.
Could you tell me a situation where diversity is essential to performing the task?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind all the time when someone asks about diversity in a work situation is ethnicity, and I think that's a very limited view of diversity. I enjoy and believe that it's essential to have diverse ideas. Like I said, in New Orleans, there was a lot of different majors that had to come together to fulfill one task. In that situation, it was very helpful. There's architects asked about, how certain effects, or how the disaster, Hurricane Katrina, affected certain architecture. I wouldn't have thought of that, as an essential question. So that it was very, very fulfilling to have that diverse background.
Enlightening thing.
Yes, it was.
From a person's perspective.
Very enlightening, yeah.
That's cool. Okay, well, looks like those are all the questions I had for you set out. Do you have any questions for me?
I read that there were 2 strategic campaigns. How do you really go about, implementing those campaigns? There was, I believe, one for awareness for the brand, Public Allies, and there was strategic campaign for the mission to provide information to the area, the community about the mission. How do you really implement those? I mean, is that a job that I'm going to have to fulfill, or is that something you can tell me right off the bat?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to address that question for you, but
okay.
If you were accepted for the position, you'd probably figure out what that is all about.
Okay.
But I don't really get into the nitty-gritty like that. I kind of, if somebody else's work, I got my own work. But.
Okay, all right.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I hope you get to enjoy the rest of this beautiful day.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It was nice meeting you, Miss Ledesma.
Nice meeting you, Mr. Loman. All right. Bye.
I don't know, button to push.